Hi everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make some plastic pouches using a laminator. It's really easy to do. Laminators are now very common. You can find them for a very low price in a lot of craft stores or even office supply stores. Under $20 you can find some. I have a very big one, so I won't show you mine here because it's an A3, a very big size. But I think it's really convenient, and this idea, I used to do this in the past to keep all my stamps together, because you know what? Sometimes when you get these stamps, you lose the one part of it. And here, they get unsticky. I forget to re-tape them or put some tacky glue on it, and I lose also the stamps. So here, the old ways I used to do it is to put a little piece of tape on both sides and put it together, but it's not that great. The stamps keep on falling away. So having a little pouch to put them in it is really convenient. So you can do them in any size you want to fit your stamp sets. So let me show you this one. I think it's a bit too big. This one is a little bit too big, but at least it's strong. You know, it's something that is sturdy. You can keep in your hand. And also, what you can do for this example here is you can make some holes and put it into a binder. So it's really convenient as well. You can have binders of different sizes as well. So now let's get to it, and I'll show you how easy it is. Oh, and one more thing. I've also did an envelope for this one. Maybe you will need an envelope. This one was a small one using a scrap piece of a sheet, but it's also very easy to do, and I'll show you that again. So the first thing you're going to do is take a sheet of plastic, and it comes like this, and you have a folded part here that is well together. And I'm going to take this trimmer, and first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the size of this sheet. For example, let's say I want to make a pouch for this one. So in centimeters, it's 16 by 11 centimeters, which is in inches like 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, let's say, a 1/2 inch more than what I need, because it's a bit thick and I want to make sure I can put it inside. You can obviously try to adjust this, but that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to take 1/2 inch more than what I really need. So I'm going to put one of these sheets together, and what I like to do just to make sure I am doing the right thing is that I'm going to trim off the part that is well together, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, because I've seen in the past it wasn't working for me if I put it just right up to the edge. Okay, so these two pieces again are together, and I'm going to size it to what I needed. So I'm going to put it here. I'm doing it in centimeters. So in centimeters, I'm going to use just 1 more centimeter. So it was 11. I'm going to trim it at 12. And then I'm going to trim it at 17. Let me open this. Oops. Wow, this table is filled with things I'm doing right now. And I'm going to trim it at 17 centimeters. All right. And I'm not going to throw this piece away, because I can use this to make a bookmark, for example. Put some pictures in here. You can offer this for maybe Mother's Day or Father's Day and put some pictures of the family. So I'm going to have some bigger pieces left over, some smaller. You can always use them for other projects. Okay, so I've got one here, and I'm going to make the same one for other pieces because I have several that have exactly the same size. All right, so I've got my 2 pieces here, and now you're going to take another sheet. You're going to open it. Take your other sheets. So I've got one here, 1 couple. I'm going to separate them. So there's a glossy side, that's the outside, and you've got a matte side, and you're just going to put it shiny against shiny. Okay, that's really important. You're going to put it there and try to align these 2 pieces as perfectly as you can. I'm going to do the same thing on this one here. Separate these, put the back shiny side together, align them as perfectly as I can, and then I'm going to run it through my laminator machine. So I'm going to do that, and I'll show you the rest of the process and also show you how to make the envelope. Okay, so I'm back. I have done quite a few in different sizes. So I'm going to trim off all the sides. Leave one a little larger, again, if you want to punch some holes and put this into a binder. Maybe for your stamps, it could be for your dies, why not? So I'm going to come very close, and I'm just using this black sheet underneath so you can see. But you need to leave a little gap when cutting, because if you are too close, it's going to open up and you're going to ruin your sleeve. So I'm cutting really close. I'm leaving just maybe a 1/16 or 2/16 of an inch, not more, trying to be straight. All right, and at this stage now, everything is well cut. I am going to cut slightly this time underneath here, the welding, where everything is stuck together. So just a little bit. And this is where we're going to put what we need to put inside. So in this case, it's going to be my stamp set. So I'm going to take it off here, my example. You don't have to leave the backing. I just like to have it when I do have it. Open this up and put it right in. And there you go. So you see, I have just added 1/2 inch in this direction and this direction, and I think it's plenty enough. You could probably leave a bit more if you really wanted to on this side. On this example, I have left a little bit more just on the top. That's totally up to you how you wanna make it, but I think that this size is just perfect. You don't need to make it wider, and also it's gonna fit better into my container where I put all my stamps together by sayings. I have one with words, one with flowers, one with sceneries and things like that. So that was really easy to do. And again, you can make these in any size you want. So now let me show you how you're going to do the envelope. So I've already, this is going to be a very small one, but you'll understand. So at this stage, what you're going to do, I'm going to take this away just for a second. So this time you're going to cut inside the welding line if you wish. I'm just going to measure how wide I want my flap to be for my envelope. So I'm going to use, for this, I'm going to use a Sharpie. And I'm going to say that I want it to be like 1.5 inches. Okay. And you can take these marks with alcohol with some alcohol. Now I'm going to trim it. I'm going to trim it with my scissors directly up to the line. Do this on the other side. And then what I like to do, I think it's nicer, is come and cut a little bit on the edge there. Do the same thing on the other side. Try to make it even on both sides. And there you go. So you kind of have this shape, and it's not poking. It's not going to hurt anybody. All right? So what now I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold this one slightly over these two marks. Slightly over. And for this, you can use a bone folder to really crease this fold really well. All right, now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to cut this part. Okay, so the one that is folded is here, and I'm going to cut just right where the fold is. Be careful not to cut the fold, right? And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. There you go. And now you can bend it back on the other side. Let me use this again. All right. And now you have yourself a little envelope, a pocket envelope. And I think it's nice. You can leave it shut. Of course, I would take the marks off, but you can keep it shut with maybe glue dot. You can shut it with Velcro. Anything of your choice. I mean, you know how to close envelopes. And this is nice because if you want to send something to somebody, like you would have some sequins or something, you could put them in there. They're going to go nowhere because it's really well shut. And it's really nice. You could also use washi tape if you want to close it well. And for the corners here, if you don't like the very pointy corners, I'm not a great fan of that. You can use a corner punch. So maybe not all your corner punches are going to cut through plastic. I know that the Memory Keepers does because that's a very sturdy one. I never remember which is the side I want. So that's the big. 1.5 is the big, I think. And yeah, a quarter is the very small one. Quarter is a small corner. I mean, a 1/4 of an inch is going to make a small corner, and 1/2 an inch is going to make the big one. Be careful not to cut too far in. I think it's going to be good. I'm going to use the small one here. And as you can see now, I have rounded corners here, and it's not poking. It's not going to hurt anybody. Of course, you could do the same thing here. This time, I'm going to use the bigger one. Oh, it didn't cut really well on one side. Maybe I went too quick. I'm going to finish it up like this. And try to tidy it up a little bit. Or you can do it just by hands also. And there you go. I think it looks neater when it's done like this. It has a more professional look. But you see how nice it is? I mean, I really love this technique. And you can do tons of these, any sizes, for bookmarks, for stamps, for dies, for anything you want to keep safe. So there you go. I hope you like this video. So please give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button, please. And also share on social medias. Thank you so much. Please take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.